By becoming a member, you directly support our work. This helps us continue creating videos like this, maintain our website, and sustain our activism for Kurdistan. Don't forget to like this video, share your opinion in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you don't miss any future videos. In this video, we will look at our 10 favorite quotes about Kurds and Kurdistan. The speakers don't need to be Kurdish themselves. The only requirement is that each quote concerns Kurds or Kurdistan and has made a significant historic impact on the cause. Now, let's dive into number 10, Lele Lazana, politician and feminist activist. Kurds are like fire. If approached kindly, they will warm you. If approached badly, they will burn you. Lele Lazana is one of the most famous Kurdish women. Between 1985 and 1991, she took several actions and was particularly active in advocating for women's rights in Turkish-occupied Kurdistan. She also worked for Kurdish human and cultural rights in Turkey. In 1990, she was elected to the Turkish parliament, becoming the first Kurdish woman to do so. In 1991, she made headlines when she spoke in Kurdish during her oath and wore a headscarf in Kurdish colors, actions punishable by law. Because of this, she was sentenced to 15 years in prison, though she was released after 10. One of her most memorable quotes is this one: "Kurds are like fire. If approached kindly, they will warm you. If approached badly, they will burn you." Number 9. Ahmed Zani, poet and author. I am bewildered by God's wisdom that the Kurds, among all the nations of the world, have been deprived of their own. Why have they all been subjugated? Ahmed Zani is one of the most iconic poets and authors in Kurdish culture. Born in 1650 in present-day Hakkari, he is best known for his love story Mem Uzin, which significantly impacted his legacy. Although nationalism didn't shape Kurdish identity until the early 20th century, Ahmed Zani is considered one of the founders of Kurdish nationalism. His work is filled with criticism of Arab, Persian, and Turkish influence in Kurdish society. This particular quote reflects his concerns about how surrounding powers shaped Kurdish destiny, while internal clan divisions made Kurds mere pawns, an issue he explored in Mem Uzin. Number 8. Mustafa Barzani, revolutionary leader. If you can't serve your nation, at least do not betray it. Mustafa Barzani, a key figure in Kazim Muhammad's Republic of Mahabad, led his Peshmerga back to Iraqi-occupied Kurdistan to fight the Iraqi army. He played a central role in both the First and Second Iraqi-Kurdish wars, commanding over 100,000 Peshmerga against Saddam Hussein in 1975. Opposing the widespread collaboration of Kurds known as Jash, Barzani issued this stern warning: if you can't serve your nation, at least do not betray it. Number 7. Nelson Mandela, revolutionary freedom fighter. If you really want to know about the Turkish government, try being a Kurd for an hour. Once labeled a terrorist due to his struggle against apartheid, Nelson Mandela saw clear parallels between his life and the Kurdish struggle. His support for the Kurdish cause is well known. In 1997, he sent a message saying, "I am part of the Kurdish struggle, I am one of you." Mandela's home was reportedly decorated with the Kurdish flag, and his son visited Kurdistan. Mandela's legacy continues to resonate with Kurds. One of his most powerful quotes criticizing the Turkish government is, "If you really want to know about the Turkish government, try being a Kurd for an hour." Number 6. Abdullah Okalan, revolutionary freedom fighter, Jinjiyan Azadi. Women Life Freedom. Despite being accused of terrorism by the Turkish state, Okalan is regarded by many Kurds as a revolutionary feminist and freedom fighter. As a founding member of the PKK, he was captured by Turkey in 1999 and has since been imprisoned. From prison, he has written extensively on his ideology of democratic confederalism, advocating for the liberation of the Middle East, Kurdistan, and especially women. His famous slogan, Jinjiyan Azadi, Women, Life, Freedom, used during the 2022 protest in Rojalat and Iran, originates in his book Prison Writings from 2008 and was after this widely used by the Rojava female fighters against the Islamic State. Okalan's famous feminist quotes like "A society can never be free without the liberation of women" indicates how important equality is in his vision for a free Kurdistan, and Jinjiyan Azadi remains the front quote for this struggle. Number 5. Kurdish folklore. No friends but the mountains. This proverb, ancient enough that its originator is unknown, has long been part of Kurdish oral tradition. It reflects centuries of Kurds seeking refuge in mountainous terrain during periods of oppression and state failure in the Middle East. Often quoted in discussions of broken alliances, whether with regional powers or global actors, it highlights historical betrayals. Although Mustafa Barzani used the quote a lot and popularized it, the rumors of him founding it is wrong, and the proverb predates the 19th century with thousands of years. Number 4. Dildar, poet and author of the Kurdish national anthem, "Let no one say Kurds are dead, they are living. They live, and never shall we lower our flag." Born in 1918 in Koye, Dildar wrote this poem while imprisoned in Iran during the late 1930s, addressing his prison guards as occupiers of Kurdistan. The poem was later adopted as the Kurdish national anthem in Kazim Muhammad's Kurdistan Republic and continues to serve as the anthem in Rojava and Bashur. This sentence from our beloved national anthem remains close to every Kurd's heart and states, "Let no one say Kurds are dead, they are living. They live, and never shall we lower our flag." Number 3. Kazim Muhammad, a revolutionary and political leader, said, "If a Persian gives you honey, there is poison in it for sure." It is important to state that with this quote, Kazim Muhammad is not focusing on the Persian people themselves or expressing an opinion about them. He could just as well have directed his words toward Arabs or Turks. However, Kazim Muhammad was leading a Kurdish revolution in Iranian-occupied Kurdistan, and his primary opponents were the Iranians. Through this metaphor, he intended to highlight a political issue: Kurds cooperating with outside powers, Kurdish enemies, against one another. Clan rivalries were a significant challenge in the 1940s when Kazim Muhammad was active. One of his most difficult missions after establishing the Kurdish Republic was to unite the people and reduce the influence of clan-based structures. This quote was a direct message to those Kurds who had accepted support from various regimes that favored their particular clan, organization, or party. Kazzi warned against seeing things too optimistically and urged his people to be wary of offers that seem too good to be true. When an enemy offers a deal, it is probably wiser to view it as a potential trap rather than a genuine benefit for the Kurds. If a Persian gives you honey, there is poison in it for sure. Number 2. Musa Anter, Kurdish author and journalist. If my mother tongue is shaking the foundations of your state, it probably means that you built your state on my land. Musa Anter was a Kurdish author, journalist, poet, and fierce advocate for the Kurdish language and culture. Born in a Kurdish village near Mardin, he grew up during a period when the Turkish state systematically sought to suppress and assimilate Kurdish identity. Throughout his life, Musa dedicated himself to Kurdish cultural and political causes. He published numerous articles and books in Kurdish, then officially banned, and authored one of the first Kurdish-Turkish dictionaries. Because of his writing and activism, he was arrested multiple times throughout his life, imprisoned for years under various charges ranging from Kurdish propaganda to alleged separatist activity. Despite the risk, Anter remained a tireless voice for Kurds. On 20 September 1992, while attending a cultural festival in Ahmed, he was assassinated in a targeted attack. Evidence and later confessions pointed to involvement by JITEM, the Turkish Gendarmery's intelligence and counter-terrorism unit. One of Anter's most iconic lines captures the injustice felt by many Kurds. "If my mother tongue is shaking the foundations of your state, it probably means that you built your state on my land." At first place, number 1 we have 2 + 2 = 1 by Nadir Kazzi. Topping our list is the profoundly symbolic poem often misattributed to Kazim Muhammad, titled simply 2 + 2 = 1. In truth, it was penned by Nadir Kazzi, a member of the same party, PDKI. Over time, the line became so iconic, so perfectly aligned with Kazim Muhammad's vision, that many believe he authored it. Whether due to the poem's resonance or its ideological harmony, its power made it impossible to separate from the leader's legacy. The poem culminates in a stirring declaration. "If you cut me into 100 pieces, if you hang or shoot me, it will still be on my tongue that Kurdistan is one and will never become 4. This poem uses simple imagery, tongue, limbs, city, tree, to show how unity transcends division. When applied to the Kurdish homeland, it becomes a powerful affirmation. Kurdistan is one, indivisible. So, do you agree with our list? Let me know in the comment section below, and as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member right now to help us keep the channel going.